Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. Thank you so much for joining the Live in Divine Harmony podcast. I'm Karmen, your divine synergist of Heart's Joy. As an awakened person of purpose, my destiny is to shed light on the paths of those who are open to living a life full of freedom, self-awareness, passion, and clarity about their purpose in life. Every week we have a discussion, and this week's discussion on the podcast, we are going to talk about Motivational Monday. Hang on here. You gotta love the quirks of electronics, right? So for those of you who are joining live, feel free to drop questions or comments in the chat. There we go. Hello. For those of you who are replayers, thank you so much for joining. All right, so today is a Motivational Monday. We are not only celebrating the Lionsgate portal, it is also a master number 22 energy today. And you're probably thinking, what does all of that mean and why do I care? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. And if you are struggling right now, you're feeling uncertain about the future, share that if you wouldn't mind in the chat. You can always private message me too, but it's nice to feel that energy in the chat for those of you who are alive tonight, and we can see how we can support you during this time, because that's what I am seeing. I am seeing a lot of people who are struggling right now. They're uncertain. They're not sure which way to go next. You know, there's a lot of different stories, narratives out there in the media. The media will say one thing, you're hearing another. You know, people are losing jobs. They're afraid of losing their jobs. They're unsure. Some people are having to get a second and a third job to make ends meet. So there's the reality of what's happening. And the and conversation, you also have the power to create that dream life that you want. And that's where this energy of the Lion's Gate comes in. Okay. So if you're looking for motivation and inspiration, please keep listening. So first, let's talk about the current energies of the Lionsgate portal. The Lionsgate portal, I mentioned in the last podcast, opened on July 26th, and it goes through August the 12th. 8/8 just happens to be the peak of it. Now, that's also the energy of the number 8. So in numerology, 8 is abundance. Think of, if you're familiar with astrology, I feel like 8 is that feeling of Jupiter, right? Expansion, power. It's a power number. It's leadership. When we put 8 on its side, it looks like infinity. A lot of people call that balance. They call the double 2 balance. I like to think of it as harmony, the ebb and flow, back and forth. So if you haven't started to really focus on and shift your energy frequency into that thing or those things that you really want to have and experience in your life, start to do that today. Right now, right after this, start to do that today. And whether it's journaling, I love to journal. It's really about putting it on paper, visualizing it. Some people love vision boards. And it's also about feeling, because everything's frequency. So you get to match your energy frequency to that thing that you're looking to experience, to obtain, to have. So really, really focus on your frequency today. Now we have through August 12th as well. Now, the beauty about today in general is not only is it the peak of Lionsgate, it's also what we call in numerology a Master 22 day. So the blending of the energies, it just amplifies it. It takes it to another level, is essentially what it's doing. Okay. So I almost feel like we're being given a door. The door is standing right in front of you, and you're being asked, are you going to walk through that door? Or are you going to just say, no, I'm too scared. I'm too scared to take that leap. I'm too scared to be vulnerable or authentic. By the way, this is a year of relationships and authenticity. I'm too scared of whatever that fear is, that underlying fear. And if that is you right now, let me know in the chat. You can just say, yes, that's me. If that's you right now, I'm going to share this with you with the intention that it'll help you. If you are ready to walk through that door that's standing in front of you right now, and you have no idea what's on the other side, and your intuition is saying, go, go, go. Always listen to your intuition, because if it says don't go, don't go. Think of your inner child. What would your inner child do? And I recently did work with an EFT practitioner, which is the emotion freedom technique, tapping. And we talked about my inner child. And it then also brought me back to earlier this year when we had a really close family friend who passed away. And that death reminded me to bring in and call forth my inner child. Because little Karmen was not afraid of anything. She had nothing to be afraid of. And she would rush into situations not knowing what she was rushing into. And she was so freaking excited, though. So excited to go, to take action, to move forward. So step into that energy. What would a little you do? And by the way, if you're interested in the EFT, let me know and I will get you her information. It's just a side note. Manifestations are coming in quickly, and they're going to continue because the energies keep shifting. Over the weekend, I think it was maybe Saturday, when you looked at the Schumann resonance, which is the heartbeat of the earth, essentially, it looked like angel wings. And that is probably the third or fourth time that I have seen it on the graph. It looked like angel wings. Massive amounts of light continue to come into your body. Manifestations are coming very, very quickly. I was presented with 2 opportunities extremely quickly within 48 hours of each other last week. And I know how I created them. So really today, harness that energy, especially for those of you who are feeling that struggle right now, or you feel stuck. A lot of people are feeling stuck in between. It's that in between time. What do I do next? I'm even in that in between time because the thing hasn't occurred yet. And I know literally that it's right on the other side. It's right there. I can feel it. I can see it. And if that is you, let me know in the chat. By the way, before I forget, we are halfway from solstice to the equinox today. We are halfway from the solstice to the equinox. So for those of you who are feeling uncertain, when we are uncertain, it's normally because there's some sort of chaos happening. And when there's chaos, I'm going to ask you personally, where are you spending your energy? How are you spending your energy? And are you grounding? Because if you are trying to please everyone around you and be something to everybody, that's going to scatter your energy. And you're going to be all over the place. And I did a video about this a few months ago where I showed you can call back in your energy into your energy field so that it's not so scattered. Because these are the patterns that I'm seeing with a lot of people right now. Yes, it starts with mindset, and it also really starts with energy. Yes, your thoughts become things, and it really starts with energy. And if you want to understand that and understand how to manage your energy, please join us in the upcoming mini class. I will drop the information below. The next one is on the 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for an hour. It's all virtual. There's a whole workbook and everything. It's a must attend to help you during this time. because we've been told so often that it starts with our thoughts, and mindset is key. It's almost like that gives you the foundation, and it really starts with your energy is all where it starts. And I give multiple tools in a 1-hour free mini class to help you during this time. So, yes to affirmations, yes to focusing on and really shifting your frequency. Again, when I say frequency, think of it as a radio. And so you're going to dial your frequency in to the channel to get the thing or the experience that you're looking to have in your life. I don't, for whatever reasons, raising my vibration does not resonate for me anymore. If that resonates for you, then think of that instead. Okay? The other key factor is shifting your perception and looking at it through different lenses. And my favorite way to demonstrate this is visually. So those of you who are watching, not listen to the podcast, you may come to the video so you can see this. These are the lenses for perception that I use when I'm playing in what I call the 3D sandbox. I'm right, you're wrong. And we all do that. We all get there from time to time. Or woe is me, this happened to me, why did this happen to me? That's victim. Which that's the narrative they've already started to play out. It's always gonna continue to play out until we band together to get rid of the enemy, right? Or you've got what I call your love glasses that you can put on, your perception. And this looks and feels completely different than these dark black glasses. They're cheetah, I think. Right? They look and feel totally different. Energy vibrations. Okay? So how can you shift your perspective? Are you so deeply tied and held to whatever you're experiencing right now? Or are you open to shifting it? Real quick, there's a difference between having a belief and having an understanding. A belief, you almost feel like you're in a prison and you can't get out because you're not willing to shift. You can't shift in a prison. You can't shift in a cell. You can't shift in a cage. You can't move. And there's no growth in that. Yet when you have an understanding, then you're able to shift and move. And I've gotten to the point now where nothing surprises me and I'm open to hearing anything and everything. Do I have a belief that Jesus is real and lived on this earth? Absolutely. I also love having conversations, learning about, other types of religion out there. So wherever you are right now, whatever that looks like for you, those are some tips to help you through right now. Shift. And keep asking yourself, what is stopping you from opening that door or going and getting that opportunity that's right in front of you? The 2 opportunities that I received were blessings in disguise, came out of the blue, and it really pairs well with what I'm currently doing. So why not say yes? Because I know that there's lessons. Everyone's a mirror for us. There's lessons in it. I can help them. They can help me. It's a win-win. So start to ask yourself, what does that look like? I feel like a lot of people are digging their heels in the ground and they're missing their biggest blessing and or opportunity because they're digging their heels in the ground. And it's all out of fear. And you can't have fear and love at the same time. Let me say that again with the visualization. You can't have fear and love at the same time. You got to choose one or the other. Okay? So, I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for those of you who have tuned in, who have joined live. Let me know where you are and how can we support you during this time. And I'm also going to invite each of you. We have a free upcoming mini class that I mentioned earlier where you are going to receive tools to help you right now. If you're struggling, if you're feeling stuck, and you aren't sure what to do, what your next steps are, you will receive tangible tools that you can start right after that class to implement into your life. A lot of people say knowledge is power, and I say it's actually the doing. It's the taking the action that really counts. Okay? Let me see if my tech issues have gone away and I can share this with you guys here. All right. And how the free mini class works is everything will happen in our new virtual online community. You can join us there. And you gotta love tech. Maybe that'll work. If you have any questions, please let me know. And you will just create a free account in the online community. It is not on social media. You know, a lot of people are hopping off social media, and I'll go live. We will co-create it together. Every mini class looks different based on whoever shows up. All right. Don't forget to go out, get your free download, the workbook. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And please, 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 no matter what, I ask you to please reach out if you are ever feeling down, if you need somebody to talk to, or just in a really bad space, whether it's myself, whether it's someone else, please, 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 at this time, reach out. Why do I say this? The energies are going to continue to get intense. Okay. And I want to make sure that you guys are doing well and taken care of. All right. Thank you all so much for joining. I will be back next week with another podcast. Sending you much love.